Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Zac Boam, and I'm a sales engineer with Imperva company. I wanted to welcome you to our multi-part video series on Imperva Cloud Web Application Firewall Basics. In this series, we're going to discuss topics such as how do I onboard an application into the WAF? Once I've onboarded my application, how do I create policy and custom rules and apply them to specific domains or entire accounts? How do I interpret security events when invariably they arise? And everything in between. I appreciate you joining me on this journey, and I thank you very much for your time. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Zac Boam, and I'm a sales engineer with Imperva company. And today, it's my privilege to present to you the process for onboarding your web applications into the Imperva Cloud Web Application Firewall. A couple of things that I want to accomplish during our time together today. Number one, I want to showcase how to onboard your application into the Cloud Management Console. Along with that, I want to show you what the certificate generation process looks like and explain the options therein. And then lastly, show you what a finished product would look like when your application has been fully onboarded to the Imperva Cloud Console. Without further ado, let's jump in. When you first sign in to the Imperva Management Console, you'll be greeted with the home page. And on the home page, you will see Add Your First Website. If this isn't your first website, you can also click on the Application tab here, and it will show you a similar dialog box. After you've clicked on Add Your First Website, it will prompt you to input your fully qualified domain name, which in my case is www.zacsflyshop.com. When you click Add Website, it will launch an automated process that will discover some information that's publicly available about your website. The IP address that it's hosted at, where it's hosted, and whether or not it supports HTTP and HTTPS. When you see that configuring Imperva service has been finished, you're good to go ahead and click Continue. This brings us to the certificate generation process. Now there's a couple of options and a few choices to make here. The first choice is whether or not you want Imperva to generate a certificate on your behalf. Imperva does not charge for certificates, so this is free of charge to you, or whether or not you want to provide your own certificate, which of course is at your own behest. Configuring SSL for an active site and configuring SSL for a new site are both options where Imperva will generate a certificate for you. But there's a slight difference in the process and what that actually means. Configuring SSL for an active site means that you have an active web application which is, as of today, is receiving traffic. It's a two-step DNS verification process, but it also means that while Imperva provisions that certificate, traffic will continue to flow to your application without stopping. Configuring SSL for a new site, on the other hand, is a little bit faster. It's only a one-step DNS verification process, but it shouldn't be used unless you have an application which is not currently receiving traffic. This means that once Imperva begins the generation process, traffic to that application will be blocked. Lastly, no Imperva certificate, if you were to select this option, is obviously that you would provide the certificate file and the private key to Imperva, so that Imperva could decrypt that traffic on your behalf, inspect it for validity, and send it on. You have a couple of other options here for domain and URL details. If Imperva is generating a certificate for you, which in this case, we're going to go with configuring SSL for an active site, you have the option to add the full domain SAN, which is exclusively the fully qualified domain name to that certificate. On the other hand, you could add the wildcard domain SAN, which is any subsequent subdomains of that apex domain. The most frequently chosen option is the add wildcard domain SAN, but depending on your compliance or your company restrictions or security policy, you may have to select one or the other. We'll go ahead and select wildcard. After you've selected which type of certificate you want to use, what's actually occurring in the background here is that Imperva is generating a certificate signing request that will be sent to our certificate authority, GlobalSign. GlobalSign needs to verify your ownership of that domain. And since we chose the wildcard certificate, we'll have to add a text record of this value that they provide into our DNS host file. I will do that, and I will be right back. Welcome back, everybody. What I just did was I went to my DNS, which in my case is Route 53. Imperva is DNS agnostic, so it doesn't matter what DNS service provider you use. But I went to Route 53 and I input this GlobalSign domain verification value in as a text record under the host of zacsflyshop.com. If I had chosen to do a fully qualified domain name or the single host certificate, I would need to have added that to the www.zacsflyshop.com. In the circumstance of wildcard, this should suffice. Now I'll click I've added the text record, and this can take a few minutes, so don't panic if this doesn't immediately propagate. But what's occurring, like I said before, is that Imperva is generating a certificate signing request that's being sent off to GlobalSign for verification and ownership of that domain. Once that process has been completed, you will receive a notification that your certificate has been fully validated and that you're good to start changing the DNS to point towards Imperva. Now, what that actually means, I'm going to go ahead and click I'll make the DNS changes later here so we don't have to wait for this certificate to propagate, and show you an alternative method for adding your CNAME to your DNS. Once you've clicked I'll make the DNS changes later, you'll be brought to the Application tab that will show you your domain. You'll see under the status column here that we have a little yellow triangle here that says not configured. If I were to click on my domain here, go under Origin and Network on the left menu, click into the General category, I will see my domains listed here under the alternative domains and hosts. Currently they're set to bypassed because that certificate hasn't finished propagating, and I also haven't made the DNS changes to point traffic towards Imperva's proxy network. This CNAME value is kind of the linchpin. Currently my DNS is set to point using an A record at this IP address, which is the IP address of my server. In order for the traffic to start flowing to Imperva correctly, we need to take this CNAME value and input it to our DNS as a CNAME value for the www.zacsflyshop.com host. So I will take care of that and I'll be right back. I just validated the text record that was provided to me by GlobalSign in order to validate ownership of the zacsflyshop.com domain. Once I've validated that I have added that text record under the Configure SSL step, it will bring me to this step, which is Configure your DNS records. This step is crucial because up until this point, traffic has never been directed to the Imperva network on behalf of www.zacsflyshop.com. Once I take this CNAME value that's listed here and input that to my DNS, I will then be directing traffic to Imperva on behalf of that domain. Imperva will utilize that certificate that we just generated in order to encrypt and decrypt traffic, inspect it for validity, and forward it onto your service. We can verify that I've added the correct CNAME by coming back to Application, clicking on the status column here, and asking it to check DNS. What Imperva is doing is essentially the same process we did before. We're going through to query the public DNS to verify that everything looks as it should and that CNAME is properly configured in the DNS to send traffic to the Imperva proxy network. I got a notification that indeed everything has been established correctly. So in review here, this is what everything should look like once you've been fully onboarded to the Imperva console. Specifically, you should see a green status check mark here. I just wanted to review the process one more time and make sure that everything is copacetic. The process involves typing in your fully qualified domain name, making some decisions about certificate generation, Imperva providing a certificate versus you providing your own certificate to Imperva's use, validating ownership of the domain, and then lastly, ensuring that you input the correct CNAME value into the DNS in order to direct traffic to Imperva. You're welcome to test this if you'd like. I'll actually visit my www.zacsflyshop.com website. It looks like Site 1, which is my application here, is okay. And I just want to verify that it's showing the Imperva certificate, which means that traffic is indeed flowing through the WAF and reaching the client appropriately, which it looks like it is. This is a common name. It's a GlobalSign Atlas certificate, which is the certificate authority that Imperva uses. I wanted to thank everybody very much for your time today. It's been an absolute privilege, and I'm grateful for the opportunity I've had to share this with you.